is Al from That Many Painting Grot back again. A few things to clear up. Back in July, I talked about doing a weekly release, and then unfortunately, it turned around, and today is October 2nd, and unfortunately, we're finally getting around to doing what it was that I wanted to try to do. Anyone who knows me knows I have a thing for ogres. It's a healthy thing, but this will be my fourth army of ogres that I'm doing. And I really like the models. I like painting the 40 millimeter figures. I think I can do a lot of detail on them. And as a result, I just can't get enough of them, to be quite frank. This latest incarnation started with an idea that got hots on for nowhere before I even had the models to start it. Hence the eclectic mix that you're looking at right here, because this really isn't a functional army. It's just a bunch of stuff that I had that was ogre stuff that was left over from other projects that didn't get started. Very little of this is new, but it's now done, and I'm quite happy with the way it's coming out. Probably the first things I painted, anybody who knows me knows that I like to start from the bottom up. I did the Gnoblars first. Now, originally they got life as an ally for my giant army, which will be featured later on in another video because I really like the giants. But these guys, basically their job is to grab objectives, be a nuisance. They're not probably going to win you the game unless they can convert on taking those said objectives, but they don't outfight anything. But they're really kind of cool, and they make the numbers up for ogres and giants, because anybody who knows one page knows that you're woefully outnumbered when it comes to drops, and because of that, you need something that's going to make up the numbers. So there's 30, believe it or not, 30 Gnoblars. It doesn't look like much, but hopefully they're going to be able to grab their objectives and hold on to them while somebody else is distracted by other things. Now, these bad boys here, I got quite a while ago, and I really, really like the models. These are basically, they're Gorgers from GW, but what I think in one page they're called Devourers, and just the dynamic poses are amazing. So these fellas here, I got because what I envisioned for this army, as you'll see, is like a hunting pack, like a wild, feral group of hunters that run around and, you know, scour the land looking for things to eat, because they are ogres after all. This here is my Fire Eater. He is a figure that I was able to get for very short money off of a very nice man. And because of that, I swear I had him painted in like an hour. And I really like the way he came out. And my son Sam talked me into trying to do the light effect on his face. I've never done it before. I don't apologize if it looks like crap. But I do like the way it looks. He is an awesome figure that I've wanted for a long time. But again, I was able to get him for very short money. And as a result, he popped to life pretty quick. Now, this next fella here is what is he again?
He is a WizKids.
He's a WizKids figure. Okay. My friend Beth Cashman bought him for me. His name's Hammy. And I really like the way he came out. And he's going to be a hunter. And with any luck, he's going to be able to cause a ton of trouble for my enemies. And this is his friend Ben. Anybody who's old enough to remember the Grizzly Adams TV show, I named him Ben. I don't know what his purpose in the army is going to be currently. He may end up as a saber tusk. He may end up as somebody who just falls around Hammy. But I do like him an awful lot. I think he can come out really good. This here is really one of my favorite GW figures. Okay, this guy is what I believe they want the Gorgers to be. I forget exactly what his title is in one page, but he's a nasty guy that runs around and causes mayhem behind the scenes. If you notice, another thing I tried with this army that I don't usually do is Blood for the Blood God. I used it on he and the Gorgers. I like to think I used it just enough to add some color, but not enough to make them look like, a middle schooler painted them. So this bad boy runs around on his own and causes mayhem. I do believe he ambushes, but I'm not 100% on that. And last but certainly not least is probably my favorite ogre figure. This is the Warlord, the newest one. Again, same guy gave me the Fire Eater, gave me this guy for the same discount price, and I will forever be in that fella's debt. This guy is, without a doubt, one of the best figures that GW has ever made, in my opinion. This is Shell Stonefist. The tribe's going to be called the Stonefist tribe, and they are basically going to be a bunch of guys that run around in the frozen wastes, and they hunt chaos. They hunt whatever they can get their hands on. But Shell, if you look at him, I just really love this figure, and I added as much detail to him as I possibly could. I could have kept going on him, which is kind of amazing because these figures, you can just keep painting them and add more and add more and add more. And then before you know it, your life is gone. But this guy, like I said, he really is a cool figure. I gave him a name, Shell, which is Swedish, spelled Kjell. And he's going to have a brother that I haven't worked on yet, and his name's going to be Ulf. So this guy, as I said, he is one of my favorite GW figures. And like I said, this whole range is kind of crazy as far as I'm concerned. It's fantastic. Sorry, I'm giving you a stiff neck. So this is the beginning of the Stonefist tribe. Again, it's an odd mix to start with. I've been able to accumulate some of the more traditional units, such as what do they call bulls and iron guts and lead belches and such. And I started working on those a little bit. What my plan is to weekly put things out so you can see how the army progresses. It is something that I plan on going on for a little while. And in one page, these babies are going to add up quick. But I do like to have versatility with my armies. Currently, what I'm suffering with my Dark Elves is I've only got 1,500 points painted. I can't randomize anything. I can't switch anything in currently. And they've been getting their butts kicked from here to eternity. So these guys, because they're easier to paint, will get more in the pipeline. The Dark Elves, I love them, but they're hard for me to paint. So as a result, I don't have that many done. But these guys, as I said, these are a whiz to paint. And as I said, I think I painted the Fire Eater in an hour. And as I said, if you look at him, I'm sorry. If you look at him, I really like the way he came out. And I had a couple ideas on him, but in the end, I went with a fiery theme. And, and that's why the loincloth is yellow to add a little bit of color. He does clash with the rest of the army, and that's by design. And much like Shell clashes, because he's got red, I don't plan on using red on anybody else in the army, so he kind of stands out. Even his brother Ulf isn't going to have red in him. I'll go with another color. But anyway, well, thanks for tuning in to this. I do hope to follow through and have a post every week so you can see how the army progresses. But as it currently stands, this is the beginning of the Stonefish tribe. Thanks again, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye.